The reason behind this CD, I think I recorded it in 1991 or something like that. We had recorded our first ones. One of the first ones that we recorded was New York, New York. Now the reason I recorded that New York, New York record, and plus I think we come out in white, it's a white suit. We're the first mariachi that ever wore a white suit. Mariachis never wore white, you know, like a bone color white, red bone. And I wanted to do as much as possible to try to make people remember us. So when we would do mariachi festivals with Vargas, los galleros, los camperos in those days, they didn't know Sol de Mexico, but they knew the guys in white. When they leave the show, they go, those kids in white. Oh, they group in white, they group in white. Then after that, with Berto Mariachi 2000, they started wearing white. They're the ones who had the first belts that said Sol de Mexico made for me. They did me the favor of having those belts made in 1986. We wore white, so we were being criticized. I'm like, well, they're doing this New York record. And then just to get them more upset, I recorded, "Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight?" So they actually would play that rendition of "Are You Lonesome Tonight" at Graceland.
Oh, yeah.
I never told you, but they would have, you know, all these different interpretations of Elvis' songs, right? And one of them was Solas. So for all that sort of I go, wow, okay, look, it's time to do something that, you know, it's education, and for them to know my history part, right? So I asked my dad to record with me, and at that time, Julio Martinez, who is now Vargas' harp player, he was my harpist at that time. So I told Julio, hey, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna play guitarra de golpe, I'll play guitarra de golpe, my dad played violin, and Julio played the harp. And we recorded some of the old sones, starting from the turn of the century, like 1901, 1902. And it's an evolution, and there's a story that's told, a narration. The first 12 minutes is a narration, and the music it changes, right? From 3 musicians to 4 to 6 to 8, and it takes you from the 3 musicians all the way to the symphony orchestra in this CD. And like I said, I recorded in 1991 this stuff. And I got criticized for this too, for doing the symphonic stuff. How can how they dare to play with symphony orchestra, or how can they do that stuff? And yet, you know, many mariachis didn't do it. Now most mariachis are playing with symphony orchestras, right? So I really recommend this because it really tells a story about, you know, the hit points of the mariachi history. And this one is remastered. It's not like the one that came out in 1981. We actually remastered this one, so it's a pretty good educational tool.
I really highly recommend
for you guys to play,
yeah,
for your kids. Here, this is the way the mariachi sounded in those days. This is the way it sounded in the 50s. You know, Mariachi Mexico, Pepe Villa. I think we played Chuparrosa here, and De La Viquina. There was a big change also in the music, and then all the new updated stuff.
And so he's come full circle now, because the new CD that's coming out in July, they're wearing all black. So it's like white.
See.
And it's beautiful, like tuxedos.
The new CD will be on, I think, July 10th. It will be on iTunes July 24th. And that's all symphonic. It's symphonic, but it's a little bit more aggressive, you know, intellectually speaking, as far as compositional things, you know. So I approach that in a different, so just a little bit different.